Hello everyone, my name is Bailey.
My name is Debbie.
I'm Jasmine.
And we will be presenting on the city of Seminole.
Seminole was first referenced back in 1528 when the Spanish came to the area in search of gold. The Mears family first settled in the area in 1872 in the land now known as Seminole City Park. In the late 1880s, the Orange Belt Railroad was built from Sanford, Florida to St. Petersburg, coming right through Seminole. This was a time of much growth for the city, as the first church and school were built in 1890. By the year 1911, the population of the area grew to 75. Several more schools were created at this time, and Pinellas officially became a separate county from Hillsborough in 1912. In the year 1925, the town's population was 100. During this time, the Gandy Bridge was opened, which meant a reduction in travel time to Tampa, and the Welch Causeway, now known as Tom Stewart Causeway, which provides access to the beaches, was also opened. In the 1940s, 7 packing houses and a chicken farm came to Seminole. Later in the 1950s, Lake Seminole was created by a dam. Seminole High School, Seminole Shopping Center, and a post office opened in the 1960s. Finally, Seminole was recognized as a city in 1970. By the year 1984, Seminole had a population of 5,000. During the next 20 years, property changed hands, the recreation center and library were constructed, and the city doubled in geographic size. By the year 2007, the population of Seminole was 19,000.
There is a wide variety of housing in the city of Seminole. The size of single-family homes can range from 2 bedrooms all the way to 6 bedrooms. Gated neighborhoods are dispersed throughout the city, each differing from the other in size and style of house. There are also many different townhome communities that range from 1 to 3 bedrooms, each with different amenities offered. Additionally, there are condos available that range from 1 to 2 bedrooms that are lower cost than the townhomes. Seminole also has different apartment complexes for people who would prefer not to buy or rent a house. For the older adults, Seminole has mobile home parks and retirement communities. Seminole has the ability to meet the housing needs of people from various socioeconomic classes as well as preferences. However, Seminole does not meet the needs of homeless or low-income individuals. When it comes to schools, Seminole does not fall short. Seminole has 5 elementary schools: Starkey, Seminole, Bowder, Orange Grove, and Bardmore, 2 middle schools, Osceola and Seminole, and 2 high schools, Osceola and Seminole. All of these schools are part of the Pinellas County school bus system that provides transportation to the students. There are 2 other schools in Seminole, Pinellas Technical High School and Bay Pines Lutheran School, which is private. A St. Petersburg College campus also resides in Seminole, where students of all ages or backgrounds attend either during the day or at night. Seminole Community Library is open to the public, where residents of Seminole may check out books free of charge. The library offers activities and areas for people of different age groups, such as Children's Corner, Teen Zone, and book sections for adults. It contains private study rooms, computers, and printing resources. The library also serves as a polling place during elections to the citizens of Seminole. The City of Seminole Recreation Center has much to offer. It contains a fitness center, tennis courts, lap pool, small water park, basketball courts, youth sports teams, football and soccer fields, and much more. Most of the amenities are free to people living in Seminole. Speaking to the locals of Seminole, they have stated that they love the rec center, but it is due for some updating and expanding because it is always busy.
Seminole's population is 17,233. It has decreased since 2007. It is important to look at the group age that makes most of the population because it will have a major influence on the health needs. In this case, elder group age makes most of the population by 35%. Hence, the community has a large dependent population who need resources to maintain health. For example, maintaining health accessibility close to the community for those with chronic health diseases. It is said that level income can have a tremendous effect on health over a lifetime. In Seminole, 51% of the population are middle-income families. It may be safe to say that these families can more easily support health by having easy access to medical care because they are more likely to be insured. Middle-income families are also able to afford healthy lifestyles such as nutrition meals, which tend to be more costly, and they're able to afford recreational opportunities for regular exercise like paying gym membership. Therefore, middle-income family are healthier than those living in near poverty. Educational achievement is a strong predictor of health. 33.6% of the population of Seminole have a bachelor's degree. Compared to Clearwater, which has a greater population, only 24.3% of the population have a bachelor's degree. The level of education needs better job opportunities, job stability, and higher income. Thus, it allows families to accumulate wealth that can be used to improve health. Level education also helps affirm positive social identity and reduces stress in one's life. Health concern in Seminole. As reported by Florida Health Department, Seminole City has a rate 364 deaths yearly, also has 351 births yearly. The births are less than the deaths rate. This in the future can potentially lead to decrease in population because the deaths are not being replaced with birth rate. Lack of diversity. White ethnic group has dominated Seminole population by 87.9%. Thus, it demonstrates that Seminole has a low diversity rate. It may affect viewpoints on the importance of culture, and by having a higher diversity rate in the community, it may explore ideas, beliefs, and lifestyles with an open mind, eventually learning more about the world. Seminole residents go to Clearwater, Largo, or St. Petersburg for acute hospital service, such as Largo Medical Center, 6.5 miles away, and St. Petersburg General Hospital, 5.7 miles away. This can be an issue, especially since Seminole has a big elderly population. Mental health services are not in Seminole. If the service is needed, the residents are required to go to the nearest city, which is Largo. However, it's credible that there are approximately 9 nursing homes and assisted living facility. Since most of the population is made of elderly, this can benefit the older population. Most of the facilities are open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and accept most of the insurance. With the exception of stat urgent care, this specific facility provides itemized bill for insurance reimbursement. Few of the urgent care services provide service to the pediatric population. Healthy People 2020 Objectives for Seminole. Access to health service. As Priya mentioned, the community of Seminole has no acute hospital setting and very few primary care settings. The residents rely on acute care primary setting from a nearby city. Some of those patients, due to their chronic health disease, require rehospitalization for complications. Another objective is older adults. Having more 35% elderly population can be significant. This population is one of the most vulnerable since chronic health diseases or disabilities are prevalent. These chronic conditions can lower the quality of life. Therefore, Healthy People 2020 has focused to reduce moderate to severe functional limitations in older adults. Tobacco use is another one. Some of the unhealthy behaviors encountered in this community is tobacco use in public areas such as parks where pediatric populations spend time playing. This is concerning because secondhand smoke may have long-life asthma in children. According to Florida Health Pinellas, 2.4% of the students have asthma due to the secondhand smoke.
The City of Seminole does not have its own police force. It is under contract with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office for community policing. The city is generally considered to be a safe community. Average response times were not available, but the majority of crimes were noted to be vandalism, residential burglary, shoplifting, and theft. The Sheriff's Department offers several programs partnering with the community, including PSCO Cares, Project Safe Child, and Operation Lower the Boom. There are 4 fire stations noted in Seminole that not only protect our city, but also provide valuable community education. These include topics such as fire safety in schools, hurricane preparedness, station tours, and inspection of home fire alarms. Pinellas County Animal Services serves as a resource for residents of Seminole to utilize for domestic animals. They provide programs benefiting the welfare of animals in Seminole and its surrounding towns. These include shelters, surrender programs, adoptions, and spay and neuter services. They are also available to assist with questions surrounding disposal of dead animals and coyotes. A list of county and city dog parks are also available for residents. The Air Quality Index for Seminole is set as 26, which falls in the range of good, according to data obtained from Air Now. These values encourage people to be active outside. Seminole uses reclaimed water in some subdivisions, as well as public areas such as schools, parks, and playgrounds. Reclaimed water is often used for irrigation, washing cars and boats, and in decorative fountains or pools. The city has an exclusive contract with Waste Management for the collection of solid waste, garbage, and recycling. The City of Seminole has access to many facilities for proper disposal of solid waste, household electronics, chemicals, and hazardous waste. These facilities are located in St. Petersburg, which is just a short drive away. The City of Seminole provides adequate opportunities for a safe environment. Many programs are put into place to provide residents with a safe and healthy environment to live. In speaking with residents of the community, issues identified include the need for the city to have its own police force, additional companies as options for solid waste and recycling services, and an increase in availability of reclaimed water for subdivisions and neighborhoods.
The form of government that the City of Seminole utilizes is the council-manager government. The mayor and 6 other council members are elected every 2 years. A vice mayor from the 6 council members will be appointed to fill in for the mayor when he or she cannot perform the mayoral duties. The city manager is appointed by the mayor and 6 council members to deliver the public services to the community. The mayor's responsibility is to be the middleman or woman between the community and the council, bringing up the needs of the community to the council and explaining council-developed policies to the community. The city manager does the carrying out and administering of these policies. The mayor, council members, and city manager meet twice a month on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of each month. Each meeting is recorded and timed by the city clerk and posted on the Seminole Town Hall website. Each council member's email and office phone number is posted on the My Seminole website for contact. It is not known what their response time is. The council members are available to be scheduled to speak at events or workplaces. The top 3 goals that the council has made for Seminole are to expand Seminole City Park, enhance holiday display, and ensure public works resources of operational efficiency. Many of the people of Seminole are excited about the expansion of Seminole City Park. It will turn an already amazing but small park into an amazing large park. Many citizens do not agree with the second goal and are concerned that other needs of the city will not be met. From speaking with people of Seminole, they think money could be better spent on other things within the city. The third goal is pretty standard. The council will evaluate public buildings, transportation, roads, public parks, and water supply to see how they can better improve each one. Locals are hoping that they will focus on the rec center and schools. When conversing with the locals, they think that the Seminole government does very well in meeting the needs of its people and ensuring that it is a pleasurable place to live.
As mentioned before, Seminole does not come with acute hospital settings or mental health care centers. The residents depend from the surrounding cities for these services. Pinellas Florida Health Department estimated 36% of the residents have chronic health disease. Hence, patients may develop exacerbations, complications, or emergency cases that require hospitalizations or regular checkups. This can be problematic for some of the residents since some of them are not able to get around the hospitals or doctor's office appointments. While if these facilities were nearby, the residents have AC and immediate access, which can play a vital part in patient compliance and adherence to doctor's appointments. Seminole relies with no mental health services. It's an issue for the community. Mental health disorders can affect one's overall health. Anxiety and depression are the most common mental health disorders. The majority of depressed people use drug and alcohol consumption to cope. In 2016, Pinellas County residents between the ages 45 and 64 had higher suicide rates than the state rate. Thus, having more mental health services in the community can be beneficial. These facilities can implement preventions and interventions to reduce mental health disorders.
The third community need is a police department. The City of Seminole has contracted with only 2 Pinellas County Sheriff vehicles to patrol Seminole at one time. Deputy Tom Festa coordinates the routes of these 2 sheriff vehicles in Seminole. The people of Seminole would feel safer if they had their own police department. Other people state they don't want to pay any more money to Seminole than they do now and are okay with only 2 police cars. From a community nurse's view, this can promote more injury and delay of response to calls. More patrol cars will equal more safety. According to the Public Housing Agency, there are no government housing options or assistance programs available in the city of Seminole. From a community nurse's perspective, this can lead to families in Seminole using most of their income for housing rather than clothing, food, or medicine. This can lead to malnutrition from lack of healthy food or mortality due to lack of money for medication.
Given the size of Seminole, it has few resources within the city limits for free or low-cost food options. There are several churches in Seminole that provide weekly meals to the local homeless shelter, Pinellas Hope. In many cases, parishioners meet at their church to prepare a hot meal or bag lunch and deliver it to the shelter. Some also collect clothing and personal items to be distributed. St. Justin participates in a food collection for the Interfaith food pantry benefiting Pinellas County residents. St. Anne of Grace collects food donations for local food pantries as well. Calvary Christian Church provides a hot meal once a week at the church in conjunction with Metropolitan Ministries. Faith Community Church offers a hot meal once a week to individuals and families. There are many more food options for food pantries in surrounding cities, but Seminole itself would benefit from additional resources. One of the goals of Healthy People 2020 is to create social and physical environments that promote good health for all. We can do this by ensuring that all members of the community have access to social and economic resources. There are a low number of parks in the actual city of Seminole. Although the surrounding communities have parks that are easily accessible within the city limits, there are only 4 parks. These parks, however, often lack playground equipment that would draw children and families to attend and encourage exercise for all age groups. The addition of dog parks would also help to promote exercise for humans as well. More people would be drawn to the parks if they could bring their dogs too. One of the goals of Healthy People 2020 is to improve the health, fitness, and quality of life through daily physical activity. Providing more parks and recreational opportunities would help to meet this goal. Recently, the City Council voted to purchase additional property adjacent to Seminole City Park for future expansion. There are no formal plans yet, but talks of additional recreational opportunities are in the works.